And I don't know when you would like this, but Zazar has a beautiful message that he'd like to give you.
My good friend Marilyn, I feel as close to Zazar, her being that comes through, as Marilyn, because, Marilyn, you are a fantastic person. And then when you go into the state, there's Zazar, there's this palpable feeling of love in the air. For me, that was my experience. And it took me a while to warm up to Zazar because, I see a lot of channels and it's like, oh, this being really cares and loves people and is here for that purpose. And you've made that the purpose of your life. That picture of Zazar, can you just put that up again? Because where'd that picture come from? That picture of Zazar.
Vashta Narada is an artist in Europe, and she actually travels interdimensionally to meet these guides and ETs and interdimensional beings. And we asked her to paint Zazar, and so she went and met him and came back and was able to paint him digitally and sent the painting to us, and it's exactly how I saw him.
Wow. Okay, talk about Zazar. How do you get in touch, and where's he from? And you never know.
He's a sixth-dimensional being. He has to step down in body. So at his level, you can choose your cosmic genome. And so he's part Arcturian, Pleiadian, and actually extraterrestrial Elven. But for the most part, for me, he's just a higher dimensional being. For our benefit, he's embodied so that we can feel like we're actually meeting another being. And so he comes through, and let's do it.
Yeah. How do you want to talk us through it the way you do it? Or it just happens?
So it happens very quickly now. He comes in and out so quickly. In the past, it would take a while, but now he comes through, and he's, part of when I know Zazar is coming out, I feel this fullness and this pressure. And it's like, if I don't let him out, at this point, he's so excited to be here. So.
Okay, let's let him out. Go ahead.
I'm like, yes, Zazar, I know. Hold on.
Okay, go for it. I'm going to just go. Yes.
So it's so good to be here. To hear everyone who is here, to hear you, beautiful Jessica and Vox, to hear you, to hear the music, to feel you, Scott, to see your magnificence, of course, dearest Alan, because I see your magnificence. You can't hide it from me. So I want to be here. What a crowd to be here with. So magnificent. Now, I want to say something, that there is much war on your planet, but the outer war cannot end until the inner wars find peace, because every human has such inner wars going on with all the dualism, good, bad, right, wrong, inadequate, adequate, separation, unity. All of these wars are within. But when this global peace project you are involved in, is so important to bring the peace to the inner world. If you take 1,000 people, humans, who have this inner peace, who no longer have the raging wars within, take these 1,000 people, put them on an island, it would be absolutely impossible for them to do war or do harm to someone else who is in the same peace state. And so this inner state of peace is so important to quell the war within and to raise the frequencies, to raise the vibrations by living into what everybody is talking about in love, in joy, in unity, and to find what is zest in your life, to go and find the zesty in life and to feel that gratitude. All of this raises your vibration. Here is the thing about light technology. Light technology is about when you raise your vibration, you actually increase the receptor sites in your energetic being to receive the enormous light that is coming into your planet at this point in time. There is diamond light coming in from source sun that comes through the galactic sun and your solar sun to the planet. And this diamond light is fuel for manifestation of this ascension process. And so as you find yourself in higher vibrations or in nature, to expand so that your actual energetic body opens more sights for this beautiful diamond light. And there's something else that is so auspicious at this time of year. 2,000 years ago, the Christed One came. This has nothing to do with your religions. This Christed being is a great cosmic avatar that is known in the universe, came to be embodied as a human to bring what the seeds of ascension in the human heart. And now 2,000 years later, those seeds are beginning to sprout in your heart for this ascension process. And he came in a craft. This same craft, you call it the Star of Bethlehem, but it was, of course, a craft from above that brought this being to earth. And now this same Christed craft of Christed consciousness, not about religion, is now around earth once again, bringing in enormous lighted consciousness for this ascension time. So you have the diamond light, you have all this beautiful Christed light coming in this time of year right now because of the resonation on the planet. Now, what is this all about? It is about stimulating the magnificent field within you that is actually an energetic field that has been diminished with many veils, as so many talk about. It has been diminished, this magnificent field, but it is actually an energetic field that can open. And it holds the transformational material for this ascension time to move into the fifth dimension. And this field, this magnificence that you have hidden from yourselves, every single human has this magnificent spark from source in their soul, in their heart. It's so beautiful. Someone asked about hope. I say to you, there is so much hope for the human race, because why do we find so much interest in coming here? All the different beings coming here, being channeled, all the galactic federation in the circle of light around your planet, because the humans, even though they have been in darkness and densities, their heart has survived and shows up with such amazing love, like tonight. And so when this magnificent field is able to come into life in your consciousness, to know you are absolutely magnificent, you are here, all of you, to be in this magnificent, it opens up corridors to the fifth dimensional miracle mantle, where so much healing will come down to you, body, mind, heart, spirit. And this light that is coming in, as you open to it, as you open your corridors to the diamond light, the Christ light, the miracle mantle light, as you open those corridors and the light comes in, the light is so powerful now that it actually disintegrates and dissolves the darkness in densities. This is the good news. The light that's coming in, should you decide to be a receptor, and all of you here, I can tell, are beautiful receptors, and the light is coming in as I talk right now. It is coming into your hearts to grow that magnificence, to dissolve the debris that has kept you from knowing the truth that you are a co-creator. The minute you come out of the dark, you can't imagine the light that can be seen from far away off your planet, the light that comes from each person who awakens. It's fantastical, it's beautiful, and this is all yours to co-create and thus helping the universe expand. Now, the interesting thing I want to tell you that's so important to hear is this light is transmissible. Now it is transmissible. What do I mean by that? The light is now integrated enough in so many of you that it is turned on your DNA. It is turned on your cosmic knowledge.
Welcome back, Desiree.
It is turned on your phone, as so many of all of your phones, to the universal switchboard. And so this light that you are downloading, this light that is really downloading so that it can stimulate the truth of you, the truth of you. And so you can become this more and more light. And as you do this, you can transmit it to all other humans. And so it is different. You know, when you have higher guides come in, or higher channel beings come in, or God's source itself coming in, but it has to be through the humans that it is transmissible. And now the humans have graduated to a point where when the light comes in, it is contagious, it is infectious, it is going to be an outbreak of light on your planet like it's never been before. This outbreak of light, you can walk along the streets, dearest Alan, you can walk on your streets with this magnificent light pouring out of you, and everybody that you come across feels the infectiousness of your light. They may not register it as that, but they will feel your light. And if they have their dial turned up a bit, they will begin to receive it. And that light they receive from you awakens that light of magnificence inside of them until they grow this light and become those who transmit it to others. And this is how the wave of ascension happens. You might think, how do you, one person, possibly help the earth? But what you have to say instead, I am that person who can turn on my magnificence. And in doing that, now this light is being made to be transmissible. There will be a new epidemic on this planet that is of the light. In a good way. It is the outbreak of the manifestation of the magnificence of the human being. The soul comes alive, the heart leads the way, and oh, what I say to you in the next few months, watch for the miracles to appear, because in the next few months you will see miracles. You will see miracles in war zones. You will see miracles in your backyard. You will see miracles of your own healing. This is coming into the planet. Just raise your vibration so that your vibration can resonate with this beautiful light that you are being bestowed. Really, all it is a light switch turning something on within you. But you are blessed on earth now to be in the time of ascension. So this light that comes in is fuel to create from the soul and the heart. So someone says, what are we to do? And I say to you, that outer flow that you live with, all of the outer things coming into you, all your cell phones. I don't think cell phones are really for the cells of your body, but okay. So all of this incoming traffic, as soon as you begin to say no more incoming traffic, I am the one that will create the world. I am the sole creator. I will no longer be a self-responder to everything that's going on here, because what's going on out there has not done the earth well. And so you have to realize, if you want to, that you are the sole creator of the new reality and you have everything you absolutely need. So I say to you, look for the miracles. Be the miracle. Be that miracle of magnificence that now is transmissible to all those you come in contact with. You don't have to say a word. This is how powerful not only the light coming in is, but your own light that is being lit up. Because humans have been so diminished by so many programs to feel inadequate, to have fear, to have struggle, to have separation. That time is ending. There is a new window for earth. And I am telling you, it is the most beautiful thing. And here tonight, I see the truth that it is now happening on earth. So be it, so it is.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A lot of applause. Someone asked about a timeline, but I think you're saying the timeline is up to us. And
the timeline is happening right now. See, if you look to the future, look to the past, look over there. The problem is you delay the timeline. Don't be looking anywhere, but the truth that the timeline is happening right now. If you take that seriously about who you are and start to become it, you will be amazed how many humans across the planet right now are becoming it. And that becoming is transmissible, and it starts to create a wave. So I would say you are in the ascension right now. Don't look to the outer world right now yet to see the results of that, although you will see miracles.
I feel this, Scott. Do you feel this in your body, Scott? Because I'm feeling the vibration. You're muted, Scott. Scott, unmute. Yeah, that's okay.
All three of the beings that are with us tonight are clear channels. I'm so impressed with Jessica and Marilyn, and of course, already a big fan of Vok. Marilyn, and Zazar, I'm so appreciating your very beautiful enthusiasm. There's a real optimism, which we need. That optimistic vision and view is beautiful, and that you're encouraging us to really be fully present, not to be waiting for the future, but to really in present time know that the Great Awakening is happening, that our consciousness does make a difference. So I'm appreciating that very much. I want to read a couple of comments and questions from our audience. Ayada writes, I feel incredible after listening to Zazar. Totally resonate with the message. It is congruent with the sensations I've been getting. Dia writes, Marilyn, everything you are saying resonates and inspires. Eleanor Joy writes, Ian and I are really appreciating these two channels. Sylvia sending blessings. Susan says, so be it, so it is. Sylvia is pointing out about the animals, the trees, the winged ones, even the stones, that the radiance percolates through all. We're not getting questions, we're just getting appreciation.
Well, this last one is a question.
Yeah, go ahead and read it. Go ahead.
How much of human evolution is fixed and predetermined, and how much is still dependent on shifting timelines and collecting choices for better or worse that may lead to regress and descent into violence and darkness? So, Bess, how much is set and how much can we change the timelines? I think the question is.
You already are changing the timelines. Let me tell you this. There is something, universal law called free will. The beauty of free will is Source bestows upon the material life forms free will so they can begin to decide for themselves which timeline to be on and how to awaken, how to realize the truth of who they are. And so you have free will to do this. This is all up to you. Don't believe this is not up to you. Those are the old programs. This is up to you. And you are blooming. And I see the sprouts in so many of your hearts, the sprouts of the lighted way. And you can become one of the lighted ones. Here's what I want to also say. I know it is very difficult on earth right now. And as much as you can, stay out of the darkness, stay out of the dark news, because there are those on earth right now who are the lighted ones, who are human, who are holding steady with only the light. And as you hold steady with the light, the outpouring of it, this is light technology, actually dissolves that which is what is so scary for you. It dissolves it, but it has to come through the human. It can't come through any other higher being. Has to come through the human. And so I say to you, you determine the timeline. It is time for you to realize you can take your sovereignty back. You can take that anything that is not in your highest good. You can begin to say, no, I am not going to do that. I am going to be an inner discoverer of all that I am. And then I will let that flow out and know that as it flows out, everything out here will begin to change. You are the bestower of the new reality. It is time. It is happening. Know this. And for some of you, you can be the lighted ones who hold steady in the light, which is probably the hardest job on your planet because there is so much incoming traffic that is difficult. But you can realize that you are bringing in this steady light that will help bring miracles of healing to the all of the human race. And the other thing someone mentioned about the trees and the nature, I tell you this, nature, Earth is already in her fifth dimensional self. Anything in nature, you take a walk in nature, the breeze on your face, the birds who sing, they are all singing to you to help realign you. The crickets are helping to balance you. So much on your planet is helping to what? Help the humans know their beauty, their ability to love and be in unity, not just with each other, but with the animals and the trees and the waters. And all of this is coming to be. It's a step ahead of the humans. So know that when you lose faith, take a walk in your nature, because nature is directly connected. You might say nature is the one phone that is never disconnected and never runs out of the batteries. Mm-hmm. And so now you can all learn to be the phone that has direct access to the higher wisdom, so that you can bring above to below.
Marilyn, I'm so appreciating this. And we usually end at 8:00 and we still have to go to Vox.
Oh, yeah. I just want to say, Scott, this is epidemic, what she said, and I'm feeling that. And we are the projectors. That's what I got. We can actually walk. I mean, we always thought that, but we can actually walk down the street and project light and love. I mean,
this is exactly right, Alan. You do this already. And you cannot believe. See, we can see, and I know we have to go, but we can see from where we sit how you do that and what it looks like. And the diamond light is dispersed, and we watch it turn up someone else into their light. Just like, darkness can do that to each other, but we can see this. You have to go on blind faith that this is true. All I say to you is, for 1 month, live as much as you can in the high vibration of light. And then you see how you feel in your frequency state.
Thank you.
I do want to let people know how they can get more of Marilyn. And there's two things I want to point them to. First off is her website. And the website is theshift.rocks. I've never seen the rocks as a extension.
The shift rocks, yes.
Theshift.rocks. What a great website.
We found it. We found it when we made the website, and we've never seen it ever since. So,
Wow. So it's kind of like just for you.
It feels like that.
Well, that's pretty awesome. Well, definitely go to the shift.rocks. You can, again, read more. Definitely always register, enter this amazing, beautiful world of Zazar and Marilyn. And then I also want to point out your YouTube. You did a full, longer YouTube. So if you go to New Realities, by now, everybody should be subscribing to New Realities.
I'll put that in the chat too. Also, I want to say Marilyn's going to be at the Conscious Life Expo in LA.
Okay, I'll be there, of course. We'll be doing the Awakening World from the expo, just like Alan and I did 2 weeks ago from the Stairway to the Stars. So, Marilyn, I look forward to meeting you in person, and please come be on the Awakening World at Conscious Life Expo in February.
Awesome. I will be there, Scott.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your beautiful service. Thank you.
Thank you, and all the people who work with you, Marilyn. Diane.
Yes, Diane and Jen are right here.
She has an incredible team, Scott. They are so supportive, and they form a bubble of love, the three of them.
And they also have beautiful services as well. We have a big sanctuary where we do retreats and workshops. Just amazing.
They have a beautiful sanctuary in upstate New York. We'll let people know about that on upcoming shows. Maybe we'll have all these people back sometime.
We've got to. Absolutely. I would love that.
Thank you.
Marilyn, thank you so much.
Scott.
And he said, Scott, we've got to do a show on channeling. And he kept saying it to me. I think you said it 3 or 4 times before.
I was channeling that, Scott.
You were channeling it, yeah. And we set the date. So
no, but I'm glad you did decide to do this, because this tapping into the God, divine consciousness, is where the future of humanity is. All of us are channels, right, Marilyn? I mean,
right. So right, Alan. So beautiful.
Yeah.
And is it okay if I say something to Vox?
Yeah,
Yes.
please.
This is from Zazar Vox. There are signatures that come from very high realms that come down into the humans. When Source breathed sound with the sacred designs embedded in the sound, that is how life form began. That signature of the breath of sound with sacred design, some humans are able to transcribe that signature of the very first breath. And Vox, hearing this, you are one of those very special humans that actually transcribes that signature through your voice for others to feel the very highness of that signature, to grow the light in the heart. I just wanted to tell you, just the other day in masterclass was talking about the sound, and some humans have this gift of transcribing this highest signature. And I bow to you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate hearing
Thank
that.
you.
That's beautiful.
Well, I bow to you, Marilyn. I bow to you, Vox. I bow to Jessica, who's finally gone to bed. She's in Italy, where it's the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And thank you, Alan. And Alan and I will be collaborating soon. We're going to do an end of the year prophecies show. So
Prophecies for 2024. We have a bunch of guests I'm lining up. I think it's going to be fantastic, Scott, because everybody wants to know the weather report. And like Zazar said, it's up to us, though, too. It's up to us.
So I've got a few announcements, so stay around. And then we've got something very special that we're going to conclude tonight's show with. But again, thank you, Alan. Thank you, Vox. Thank you, Marilyn.